Hey there, welcome to the Lumière channel. Welcome to what they want to say to you. So what do they want to say to you? If none of these hit, I do have other what they want to say to you videos. Please feel free to check those or come back in a day or two or an hour or two or when something happens to see if any of these piles stand out. It might even be two piles that stand out to you and you may get a more richer, deeper message. But what do they want to say to you? What's something that they want to say to you, they would like to say to you? That's what we're going to be looking into. I'll see you in your pile. The timestamps will be in the description box below, so see you there. Bye-bye. Hey there, Pile 5. Welcome to your What They Want to Say to You reading. We're going to be finding out what they want to say to you. I am using my I Love You But deck. This deck was lovingly and spiritually made by me. It has almost 300 unique messages in it, and it still fits in the palm of your hand. This is one of the first decks, if not the only deck, that exists of its kind. If you want to get your own copy to do your own readings, it's very simple for beginners and very juicy for more advanced readers. The link for that is in the description box below. Why wonder and why not shuffle along in other decks to just see what the person wants to say to you or what they're hiding or whatever? With almost 300 messages, you can't go wrong. What do they want to say to pile number 5? What do they want to say to number 5? I love this deck. It's been a minute since we've used it. But yeah, you can definitely get your own deck. Link is in the description box below. And send me a picture when you do. Let me know when you get it. I think I'll go for 9. 9? No, we'll do 6. Okay. So, hormones. Will you marry me? I want to be free. There's a lot going on. I'm trying. I think you overreacted. This person, when their lovey-dovey side comes out, it may have to do with their physiological response, right? If they're a female person, they have a uterus. And if you have a uterus, you have female hormones that run in, well, not female hormones, but you have a certain concoction of hormones that change on the daily. And there's this thing called ovulation. And that's the body saying, we must be fertilized right now. And when the female body is experiencing that, such words, such sentiments, such actions like, will you marry me? Or those soft feelings to appease those hormones kind of come out. If it's a dude, the vas deferens are out here pumping. The sack is filled. And it'll say, it's funny, there's this there's this quote I heard someone say about the crazy things that people say when they're horny. And one of them might be, will you marry me? Right? Someone might be, I'm not gonna say trying to trick anybody. I'm not sure if I'm gonna shuffle tarot. We'll see if a 7 of Swords comes out. But with hormones, I would say this is the body's trick, right? It's warming someone up to say some things, feel some things that when the hormones are more leveled and more neutral and more at a base state, will you marry me and other sentiments like that may not be so present. Also, somebody here may be waiting until marriage, or someone knows someone's waiting until marriage, and so when the feelings are really high, certain words might come out, right? Or if they know that's someone's desire to be married, their hormones might encourage certain behaviors. And whether this person knows it or not, hormones, we can't control them, right? They are what they are. We do control what comes out of our mouth, but sometimes, you know, it's informed by things that we can't fully control. Am I giving this person a pass? Maybe. I don't know. We go to I'm trying. I want to be free. There's a lot going on. I think you overreacted. This person believes you overreacted over something that they believe they were trying. Right? They believe that they were doing their level best, and I don't know. I feel like with what I'm picking up on, I think by the time they did what they could or are doing what they can, it's too late. Or it's just too little too late. Or it's just too little, period. Like, this person's trying to you feels like an eye roll. Like, really? Like, that's the best you, like, really, this is the best you can do. And I'm sensing that frustration from you. And if I'm sensing it, I feel like they are also sensing it. But it's like, that's, I don't know fully if that's really the best they can do, but that's them trying, right? And they think that you overreacted to certain things that maybe you didn't have to. Like, come on, it wasn't such a big deal, but to you it was. I'm picking up a lot of angst from your end, pile number 5. Like, I'm really picking up, like, there's passion here that veers on the anger side than the lusty side. The lusty side possibly as well. And that thin line being there. My nose. Oh my god, my nose. Oh, that did not feel good. But I feel like, anyway, this person would want to say, they would want to tell you that, you know, I think you overreacted with what you did, or you even underreacted. Like, I thought you would, like, do X, Y, and Z, and you didn't, and, like, I was trying, and, like, you didn't see that, or it wasn't, like, you did, like, kind of, like, passing the buck to you. Now, I don't know if that's, you know, that's what they would say. I don't know how true they think that is, but to them, that's just something that they're kind of being like, well, I mean, I was trying, and like you weren't receptive to me trying, like you weren't encouraging it. And I just feel like, I really just feel like I have stepped into a dynamic of two people. I'm meant to be reading just theirs, but I'm really picking up on like your anger and your frustration over this dynamic, and how it's like too little too late, or the trying is just not good enough, or like it wasn't an overreaction, it was an accumulated reaction of nonsense after nonsense after nonsense over time. And yeah, no. Like, no. Number 5. I'm angry. What is this? If this is them, right? Maybe they think, I don't know, I'm not even gonna say that. They were frustrated with you? Possibly they were frustrated with you, but I feel like this person would want to say that, no, they wouldn't want to say this. I think they would be frustrated with your frustration of them. That's what I want to say. I think they would be frustrated with your frustration of them. But that, to me, the scenario that I have definitely stepped in and I'm observing from both sides, is they don't like that their inactions or actions or inconsistencies affected you that much. They kind of wish they didn't affect you that much, because like, I don't need you to be upset with me. Like, I don't need that extra drama, because outside of just stuff going on with you, this person has a lot of stuff going on with them. Now, this person could be wanting a partner, a life partner with this will you marry me, because they do have like a very healthy or a heightened libido, and it would be nice to have a steady partner to just kind of bang it out with. Okay, this person, with everything else that their life deals, that they deal with in life, their stress levels, their anxiety levels, or whatever their levels are in their life, in their body, it would be nice to have like a solid partner to bang it out and like work through as their de-stressor. So marriage or a partnership, a steady partnership in this dynamic would be for them I don't think they'd say this to you. I'm spilling all the tea. I should have called this an iSPY. I might call it an iSPY because, we are in it. I am in it and observing. Where is my popcorn? I'm gonna have to add popcorn to my Amazon wish list. And I can get a gift of popcorn. I should do that. Remind me in the comments, pal 5. But listen, I think this person would want to have, like, this is not what they would tell you. I'm really, like, we're really in deep in this, like, I'm in it. They want a steady partner. They would want you to be the steady partner, to help with their anxieties and their stressors. And also, I think they would also maybe help. It would also help the problems between you two, because there's problems here. Absolutely, there's problems here. Help with, like, the tension, right? They could maybe show you what they're not communicating, or what is. Oh man, I don't even know if it's communication. I think it's just what they could show you their intention, or part of their intention in pleasing you physically. And having you as a partner, as that commitment, as almost like, no, but you see, like, we are in a commitment, we are together. This proves that I da-da-da-da-da-da. But this is an action that's a grand action when a relationship is based off of, like, the tinier steps, right? It's the connection, not just, like, the papers of marriage or the commitment of marriage or being, like, girlfriend, boyfriend, or whatever dynamic, whatever. It's more than just the commitment. It's what the commitment stands for. The commitment is, like, sealing multiple aspects together. And I'm preaching to the choir, but I feel like with this person, they would want that commitment as a way of, like, releasing the pressure, giving you what you want, this big thing of commitment, this trap of commitment, but not doing the things that actually make a commitment matter. Doing the things that actually make a commitment, the things that make a relationship, because they're trying, right? They want to be free of what's going on, but they also just want to be a free person. They're not fully baby, period. They're not fully ... period. That's what it is. They're not fully. They're in transition. Let's get a little bit more. Now that we have seen this, Spirit, thanks for being here. Let's get a little bit more of what they would want to tell you. Wait, right. What they would want to tell you is they want to be free. You know, there's a lot going on in my life, and I just wish I was free. And I feel like you can free me. I feel like being with you would be freeing for me. Being with you would be, you know, comforting. I think, you know, that one time or those many times, I think you overreacted, which maybe, right? For some of you, this could be true. Maybe you did overreact. I'm just picking up on somebody here, very specific, and this may not be you, but them saying this is not, like, if I was this person's friend and I was like, okay, run me through what you're gonna say, homie. Like, girl, tell me what you're gonna say. I call everybody girl. Nobody's upset about homie, but I call everybody girl. Girl, what you gonna say? And they say, okay, girl, I'm going to say this, and this. And be like, and you actually overreact. And I'll be like, don't say that part. Don't say that part. Just say, you know, I'm trying, and how I'm trying may not be to the standard of you, but I need, like, some support in the little things that I do. And I know that maybe that may not be all that you want to see, but this is the best I can do. And I do hope to like, something like that. Throwing this up in there, oh, maybe. But again, for some of you, maybe, right? This is what they want to say. Okay? If it was my friend and I was like, are you sure you want to say all that? Maybe. You know, conflict sometimes is good. Sometimes you gotta blow up to come back. You know, you gotta blow up to rebuild. And, you know, I think, yeah, they could possibly say that you overreacted on something, that you may not have known something that they were doing, that maybe you didn't see or you were not privy to. They were doing something and you maybe bolted, or you said something, you didn't give them enough time, you overreacted, and they weren't able to show you what they had been trying, right? They weren't able to show you that. For some of you, no, let's keep it moving. What do I want to tell my number 5s? Trouble. That's what I'm saying. But, yeah, maybe for some of you, they were doing something in the background that you never got to know about. And perhaps you did overreact in such a way that, oops, you know, they just couldn't make it happen. Past a year, a couple of days. Hormones last a couple of days. They do last for years because they're in your body. Hormones last a couple of days. A wedding, a marriage is a lifetime, a year. I'm going to put that away. There is some timing here that's involved. I'll put that to the side. I don't know which one it actually... Yeah, a couple of days. Past the year. Got past the year. Past the year, okay. Past the year. But I do feel that couple days has some energy. Let me go. And I know that you're the one. I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one. I think let me go, yeah. But anyway. Let's get one more card. What do they want to say? What do they want to tell number 5? What would they want to tell number 5? Take me back. I'm bad for you. That's good. That's good. That's good. This looks like some type of honest communication. I mean, even with this, I think you overreacted. And as much as I'm like, with I'm bad for you, there is some type of acknowledgement that I wasn't right. I wasn't right. And not to say that, like, I wasn't right as in I wasn't acting right. Like, I understand and I know that what I did or am doing or will continue to do is not good for you. And perhaps for some of you, they absconded. Perhaps for some of you, this person disappeared or you did. And they kind of know that actually, yeah, that was probably for the best because I'm not good for this person and they do deserve something better. Because, there could be no one else but you for me. Yeah, but I don't think they're able to really fully handle you. They're fully able to really have you and give you what they know you ought to have. And what you deserve. Trouble. Yeah, I think this person would want to tell you that, hey, look, I do think you overreacted, etc., etc. Like, I think, like, you could have chilled on some things. Or maybe you did some things that, I don't know, I'm getting triggered saying that. But I'm trying to relate to this person as a me person. Yeah, I think you overreacted. I think you did something prematurely, but I also think that honestly, at the end of all things, it was the right course of action because things, you know, between us have been or were the way they were. And I still have these feelings for you. I feel this way that I feel about you. But for right now, like, I know, or for then, at the time, or for now, whatever, I wasn't ready. Or willing or wanting. Like, I want you, but I can't give you what you want. Something like that. Like, I want you, but like, I can't. I don't think I'm capable of giving you what you want because I just may not want to do it. But I know that you do deserve that. That you do deserve that thing that you want, how you want to be treated, etc. Maybe I need time, but I also don't want to lose you during this time. Maybe we could get married. Ha 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 ha. You know, so I can have you while I work on something so you don't escape from me. Or maybe in a year's time, or yeah, maybe in a year's time we can revisit this and will you, I don't know if there's, maybe they would ask, will you wait for me? Maybe. But, you know, maybe in a year's time, maybe we could get back together, or it's been a year and maybe this is what they're coming to say to you now. This reflection point of like, there was a lot going on. I wanted to be free, and I recognize that I do want to be free still, but I also recognize the importance that you are to me. But I also recognize on top of that that I'm not ready. I mean, I have an I'm ready and not willing in my deck. It didn't come out, but I'm picking up on this energy of someone who, I want to have you, but I don't think I could be with you, or I couldn't be with you, or, you know, whatever the case may be. And I feel like you are the one for me, but I don't know if I can be the one for you. And I know that you deserve better, but I don't want to let you go anyway. Like, I still want you to be for me. It's just this, it's very interesting. I think I will do some tea. Oh, tarot, which one wants to come out? Who wants to play with me? Oh, I should use that deck for real, for real. Oh. Who wants to come play with mama? I'm mama. I'll use this one. I don't want to use this deck. Nope. I will use... Fuck it, I'll use this deck. The deck I'm about to use is very odd. It's a very sexy deck. Don't know why this is the deck that wants to come out. Tarot, come through, homie. What they want to tell number 5. There was a lot going on in this person's life, or there is a lot going on in this person's life. And, you know, to their credit, they did think they were trying. And I think if you slow down and, ooh, my heart. If you slow down and think back, like, they were probably trying, but it was probably too little too late, or just too little for you to really even recognize, because your expectations were higher than what they were feasibly or physically able to give, or what you thought they could give. What do they want to tell my number 5s? What do they want to tell my people watching? The King of Cups in reverse, yeah. The 8 of Swords in reverse, okay. Okay. And the King of Wands in reverse, okay. This guy kind of changed a little bit. Yeah, I think this person will lean on the delays of being able to be free. For some of you, depending on the timeline of this thing, and if it has been a year, this person could be coming to a point of, I don't know, you guys, even if it has been a year, I feel like it took a year to realize these things. But now that you have realized it, now comes like the second part of the journey, because we're not done. Pouring the glass in the water is the realization, and now the drinking of the water has to happen. You feel me? Now it's time to, now that we know about the beast under the bed and we've named it and we have clearly seen what it is, what are we going to do about that? Right? There's the knowing, which is the first part, and then there's the living, the drinking of the water now that it's been in the glass, you know? So even for some of you, even if, I don't know, again, you know, that many different people are watching this, just the general vibe I'm getting is this person still has some things to work through. They've had a realization though, and that's good, right? That's nice that they know that there's a lot. They know that they were trying, and they know that they weren't good for you. And that's good, because I feel like in that, with them thinking that you're something special, they know that they would just need to be better. Or, and all of them, set you free, leave you free to be with someone else, but they also don't want to. It's a very human dynamic here. We got 2 kings here, the King of Cups and the King of Wands. They're not ready yet. I think what they would also want to tell you is, I'm not ready yet. That's why that's what the whole spiel was of, even if it's been a year, it might be longer than a year and some change. Because now that there's the realization of, oh, you know what, like, I'm getting it. I have some understanding. The water's in the cup. Now they have to drink it. So there's been some realizations with the 8 of Swords in the reverse. And I like to see it. There's been some realizations of like, I want to be free and that is in my hand. There's a lot going on and some of it is in my control. What of it is, I have a lot better of a handle over what I need to do and what I can do, but it's now just enacting it and doing it and not feeling stuck or depressed or on my deathbed or near death to try and overcome what's been going on in my world. The King of Cups in reverse, the King of Wands in reverse, it feels like two personalities of the same person. They want to love, they want to give, they want to do and move this thing forward. Funny enough, the King of Wands falls on the hormones. But it's this thing of some emotional maturity, but not, I can't call the King of Cups emotionally mature. It's their emotions, their emotional intelligence has evolved in a different way. And that way is quite strong. Okay? How they understand things. This, I'm trying, and I think you overreacted. The way I was first feeling it, up until, I start relating with this person from a me being them perspective, that anger is them not getting that actions have consequences. But they don't, because those consequences aren't happening to them, it's not that serious. Or because they know, the depth with which they have feeling for you. It shouldn't matter that I didn't call you for a week or a month or 3 months or whatever. You should just know. And it's like, that's a dilapidated King of Cups. That is the strength of the King of Cups in a direction that is not good. Not good. For me, in my very biased opinion. This is someone who might hold you dear, but it's not the real you. It's the you that lives in their head that they hold dear. But to them, same. Meanwhile, you're a real person with a heart beating, with a lifespan, with a clock ticking, and life is moving. Like, just because you hold someone... Anyway, so this person, I think there's just some great misunderstandings from a me perspective who's in this watching, that is trouble. But yeah, this King of Cups in reverse is just dilapidated, and I would hope that it would come up in the upright. There is some emotional intelligence here, though. It's just in which direction does it reason, right? In which kind of intelligence what path of intelligence does it follow? And with the King of Wands here, there is desire, but this desire is, I don't want to say unbridled, but it's a desire that is mingled with other things. There is, a genuine desire to be with you, that you are someone who they acknowledge as shit. If there's anybody that would put up with my mess, it would be you. If there's anybody that I would want to keep fighting in life for next to, it would be you. I think, this, like, it sucks. All right, if there was anybody I would suffer with, it would be you. Well, not even that. It's because maybe you've tolerated them for longer than anybody else has, or you've been gentle with them for longer than anybody else has. That type of thing of like, well, if there was anybody else, there can be no one else but you for me, right? That kind of dynamic, but also in a way that is that, and also in a way that, it is what it is. We love how we love. Hey. And with the King of Wands in reverse anyway, there is some of that mix. There is some of that hormonal and like attraction, fiery attraction, that when they're feeling it, they want to be what you need in the moment. But when they're not feeling it, it's like, all right, well, I'll do what I want to do, and then I'll take her number 5 later. We'll figure it out. I'm sure they'll understand. It's giving Knight of Wands, that in and out energy, but it's giving it at a higher level. This is someone who, when they're in something, but that is a fleeting couple of days, right? It's a fleeting short-term, I'm into something because I'm feeling the motivation, I'm feeling the passion. But once those things taper down to become neutral, I'm not feeling it anymore. So I don't have to do it anymore. It's not something I'm committed to doing past a year for something long term. So that's tough. I mean, in what they would say to you, I don't know if this is what they would really say to you. Maybe they'd say something similar to this, or a distilled message of what I said. But that's essentially sort of like the vibe I'm getting from this person and where they're coming from. Come through, Casanova deck. Come through, Spirit. I am going to pull guidance for you. Yeah, if this is your situation, I think I will pull guidance for you. Because, you know, shit's real. 30 minutes. Oh, I didn't think this reading would be long. But lately, Spirit's been kicking it on the Lumière channel. If you would like a personal reading, come through, because we are eating good over here. Spirit, guidance for my friend here. Guidance for my friend here. Please. Here and now. I hate when this card comes up. I don't hate this card as much as like other cards that I genuinely I go, no. Put them back in the deck and Spirit says, absolutely yes. And the card comes back out. I shuffled the deck once. It just happened multiple times. I keep throwing the card back in. The same card comes back out as I shuffle. Baby. Spirit said, no, you will listen. And I said, no, I don't want to listen. Here and now, your guidance number 5 in all of this is to take things, to not think so far into the future and to not think so far in the past of what happened, how things were. Take things in stride moment by moment. It's going to be difficult if you're someone like me or if you're someone who doesn't want to fucking waste their time over the same shit. So how do we apply this? I'm going to read the book. Whenever you find your mind drifting into the past, wondering if things could have or should have been better, or whenever you find yourself longing for the good old days, you leak power. The same is true for looking too far ahead and hoping the future will provide you with certainty. Okay. Driven by ambition, you might wander too long in a place with no actual substance and forget that you are here today. The past and future are illusions. Okay. Whenever you leave the present moment, you're disconnecting from your inherent power to manifest your reality with true substance. Neither past nor future can give what you need. Can give you what you need. Now is all that counts. Come back from those eternities to be here now. All will be well. Miracles will appear as if by magic. So this looks like take things day by day, take things moment by moment. But in the thing of like, what does this feel good? But something else I was actually picking up on this is taking this person, it's tough. Taking this person and not planning a future with them. Looking at what they're doing now, how they are now. If you have a long past with this person, okay. But I think it would behoove you to look at this person and really look at them. Not the past is, when they say the past is an illusion, tough. I mean, yes, maybe, right? With that, I'm trying and I'm overreacted. And there's some things that you may not know about that maybe they were trying and you didn't know. And that would have been nice to know. But it's almost like not really ignoring how you feel. I'm picking up with feelings on this. And how you feel deeply, right? About what's actually happening right now. So if this person doesn't want to say any of these things, the guidance that I think I could give here for you is to be present to what they're saying and be present to how you're feeling about it and act from there and keep things in the now. We'll get married in the future, maybe in the future. Okay, that's nice. The future doesn't exist. The future has so many paths. But what does exist is now. What is happening now? It's about building foundation or looking at foundation, acknowledging foundation, because you can't build no house on no broken foundation. You can't build no future on no it's just not going to happen. So in as much as maybe that's where they may want to go and they say, I do want to marry you, blah, 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 can I reserve you for da, 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 da. It's like, okay, what are we doing to get to there? Like, I had this spiel in somewhere in the reading where it's like, what are the steps to commitment? Anybody can get married. Fucking anybody can get married. It doesn't mean anything. It's a piece of paper. You can swear in front of God. People do all sorts of things in front of God. But what is the quality of that commitment? What is the quality of that paper? What does it stand for? And it's like those building steps, those foundations. You're not going to come in a year and be like, I'm ready to get married, and you haven't talked to me in a year. Like, we're not doing that. Right? So it's just kind of like the day-to-day stuff and building in the moment. That's what I got. No, I'm going to give you another card. The Tribe. Weird. Super weird reading here. Why would the Tribe come out? What the fudge? All right. You're discovering the essential qualities that you share with another, and perhaps also those you don't share. There are times when you follow and the other person leads, and times when you lead and the other follows. The appearance of this card points to the importance of learning the dance between you and the other. Okay, so this is about you also saying what you want for your future. The future is an illusion, but okay. It doesn't exist quite yet, and you can help build that. So if you were not as vocal about what you want for your future, and not so much like the details of a house and kids and 3 and this, no, it could be about the foundational steps. It could be about the day-to-day, like the qualities that you value in a partner, the qualities that you want for yourself. I don't know. But also you leading and allowing them to lead and show you how they lead. The appearance of this card points to the importance of learning the proper dance between you and another. Accepting the truth, right? The here and now, looking at who they are presenting and who they are fully, as opposed to who you would hope them to be, who you would want them to be, and even in some cases who they used to be. But seeing who they really are, underneath our desires, underneath they're a human being. And what kind of human are they? What kind of character do they have? Do I like this character? Not who you wish they could be, but who they really are, right? Because sometimes we do the disservice to people and expect them to be better than they can be at the moment. And it can be stifling to hold someone to such a high standard. Accepting the truth that everyone has flaws is part of the dance, yet you are also being asked to be aware of the dynamics you don't want to repeat. You are in the perfect place to make changes in order to experience the best version of who you can be together. So however way you decide to move forward with this person is however you decide to move forward with this person. Honorable mention, no place like home in the reverse. Don't be too... Discomfort will be your friend in this dynamic. Discomfort will be your friend. Doing things that are uncomfortable and not melting back into how things were between the two of you or how you were with them will be helpful. I wish you everything, pile number 5. This was more deep than I thought it would be. But if you would like to get this deck yet again for yourself, as you can see, you can read it yourself. There's words right there. And as you can see, we can get pretty deep in the message if you're a highly in tuned person or you're really wanting to amplify your attunement. The link to getting this deck is in the description box below. Again, almost just about like 300 messages. It's like 4 messages shy of 300. It's an amazing deck, and I am so glad if you cop it for yourself. It is worth it. I wish you everything once again. Keep your light on and good luck. I will see you next time. Bye. Hey, pile number 7. What do they want to tell you? Today I'm using my deck, the I Love You But deck. This deck, if you want a copy of your own, you can find the link to the deck in the description box below. It has damn near 300 messages, unique messages, and it's over almost 300, and it fits in your hand quite easily. It's not a bulky thing that you have to, like it's simple, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. It reads how I like to read. I love it. It's not confusing. The words are right there. It's very great for beginners who want to people that just want to know what's going on in their person's life. Like, you just pick up a deck, shuffle, words come out, you read them, and you're like, oh, okay, checks out. And for those who are a little bit more intuitively advanced, boy, you can do a lot of damage with this. A lot of insight. It's insane. It's a beautiful deck. It's amazing. And I am happy for you to have it. So if you do buy your own copy, let me know. Send me an email. Show me your receipt or something. Maybe. What do they want to tell number 7? I feel myself losing the attraction, the vibe for you, and I want peace, just peace. This has gone on long enough, so this card is really speaking. I'm willing but not ready. All right, this whole card is speaking. I'm crazy about you. I'm scared of adopting the baggage you bring to the table. I said it, but I didn't mean it. I'm non-committal at this point. Yeah, I'm willing but not ready. I want peace. I just want peace. I feel myself losing the attraction, the vibe for you. This has gone on long enough. This is too much. Walls up. There's a lot going on. There's always a lot going on. This person is stressed TF out. Okay. They're stressed, and the thing that was sacrificed in this was you. It was you. They have their own stuff going on, and quite frankly, I think what they would want to tell you was, oh, this is tough. If this person says this to you, I don't know how you feel about this, but I feel like this isn't them being an asshole. This is them being like just brutally honest without the brutality. I think this person wants to tell you that, yeah, their feelings for you were true. Their feelings for you were true. They were crazy about you. You know, we got some mild obsession here. We've got some like intense liking. It was nice to be with you. But then when you started being a person, and this is me talking, right? Just listen. When you started being a person, number 7, it became, no. Let's go back to the fantasy. Let's go back to the nice obsession. Let's go back to the honeymoon phase. Like, I don't want to see you as a person. I'm not saying that that's them, but I'm saying that that's them. When you started being a person and you started talking about your feelings, about things that were making you sad in your life, things that were making you angry, when you basically became a person, right? A living, breathing flesh person, as opposed to the object of their desire and their passion and their lust. You know, when we like someone, when we have a crush, we see them as that. Really, they live to fulfill that, yeah, in us. But then they become a person. Then they start talking about my car broke down and I'm sad and I don't got no money. Then they start talking about my baby daddy, my baby mama, this, that, and the other. Then they start talking about, my bills. Then they start talking about, my back, I'm in pain. Then they start talking about life. Then they become human. And in as much as someone can be attracted, it's kind of like, oh man, you know, like, oh, can we just not? Can we just not? I'm saying it more in an, I don't know. I'm saying it more in an asshole way than I think they would. I feel like if this person was to say this in real life, it would be along the lines of what I'm going to explain later. But I just want you to understand that sentiment, which I think we may all sort of be guilty of. Maybe some definitely more than others. Where the bubble bursts and you're like, oh, that's right. This is like real life. Oh, that's right. Like, there's things that like happen when you like someone outside of the yummy feelings. They're a person. They have a life. This person will tell you that they had their walls up. Yes, they did like you. They did care about you, or do. But their walls were or are up. And really, in as much as they had some percolations for you, and as much as they had some ticklings for you, that, it was important, yeah. But it wasn't as important as them finding peace and their center and stability and just to something. And in addition to dealing with all the stuff that they were dealing with in their life, or whatever dynamic they had come from, maybe they'd come out of a relationship, or they were having some trouble in their, whatever, baby. Whatever was going on with them, they were essentially non-committal at the time, or now. I don't know the time. Please do your own present tense, past tense participles, okay? But they were non-committal. They were not about it. They were willing because they liked you. It was genuine. They had real feelings for you, but they were nowhere near ready. They were nowhere near ready. And their inner knowing knew that all they wanted was peace. Just please let this settle. I'm in a blender. I'm living in a blender. And I've got my own shit to deal with. I have my own stuff to deal with. There's a lot going on in my world. And you want to start being a real person? You want to go from being my safe place, my happy place, my fun, happy time, to being like a human being and needing to be cared for? And you need me now as opposed to just want me? You need stuff from me? I ain't got nothing for you. I ain't got nothing for you, number 7. I didn't have anything for you. I couldn't do the things you wanted me to do. I couldn't be the person you wanted me to be because I had my own stuff going on. And quite frankly, like, I was not ready to do any of that. I wish I could, but I really genuinely was not ready. And I couldn't be there for you in the way that you wanted me to. I didn't want to take on your stuff as well as my stuff on top of it. Like, I just couldn't. So yeah, I left you on red. So yeah, I wouldn't pick up sometimes. Yeah, I would ignore you sometimes. I was dealing with my own shit and I didn't want to I wanted to play with you when I wanted to play with you. I wanted to be with you when I wanted to be with you. Yes, I do like you. Yes, I did like you. Whatever the vibe may be. But I only could do so much. And like, Luce is saying sacrifices had to be made. They weren't giving everything their best either. I feel myself losing the attraction, the vibe for you. This has gone on long enough. Things got to a point where perhaps you then started talking about, you know, how the dynamic, you weren't getting enough. And it was like, I can't, no, bye. That was just, I can't, no, I can't, no, ice. So, that's what I think they'll say. I said it, but didn't mean it. They could have said a lot of things. They could have said, I love you. They could have said, I'll do anything for you. They could have said, I want to marry you. They could have said all sorts of things. And they were in that, you know, let's live a fantasy. But it wasn't so much just a fantasy. Yes, it was. Okay. But it was also some touch of reality in there. You were their peace. You were their happy place up until you became a human. Number 7, you laugh to keep from crying. You know what I mean? Like, you really laugh to keep from crying. Oh, man. And then you became human. And they had to take care of you. And I don't know. Or maybe they said some mean things. Because they were in a blender. A pressure cooker. Things were just too much. And they lashed out at maybe you. I mean, yeah, maybe they lashed out at you. And they said some things that they didn't mean. They acted in a way that they know was wrong. They know they shouldn't have done that. And it's affected the relationship in a very big way, the dynamic. Let's get a few more cards. If you'd like a personal reading, number 7, come through. I am available right now for personal reading. What do I want to tell my number 7? Interesting. I'm really proud of the person you've become, are becoming. I accept you as you are. Please accept me as I am. So you didn't react in a way that they thought you would. Or you also pushed them away or held your walls up or you held your head high. I don't know what you did, number 7, but there's something in the way that you reacted to them that they're like, whoa, number 7's kind of a badass. Like, they're kind of like a bad bitch. You could be a dude. You could still be a bad bitch. Okay. You can be on the luzlumiere channel. Stir. Because the bad bitch is just a vibe. Like, I don't know what... I don't know what to say. Bad bitch is a vibe. I've seen men do crazy things. I'm like, he's a bad bitch. Let's get one more. Oh, man. Your person is really like flippity floppity, flippity floppity. I fantasize about you and us. I told you about the fantasy. I told you about the fantasy. I told you about the fantasy. They would fantasize. This person did, like, yeah, this anime was probably real confusing, number 7. This was real confusing. Like, this shit was real confusing, wasn't it? Oh, baby. That's tough. Because it was real, but it just, well, why are you acting like that? I fantasize about you. Us. So maybe they said, maybe they said something about that and didn't mean it. Could have been something about physical stuff. I don't know if they ever said no one will ever have you, or if they said if you don't do this with me, then I'm gonna blah, 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 blah. But this is what it landed. I was feeling ignored and cast aside. So this person could have had, you two could have had lack of intimacy or lack of physical intimacy, so sex or whatever, that this person may have mentioned in the past that may no longer be a factor, but for some of you it may be a factor still. That, they have some needs that they would have liked satisfied that weren't. For some of you it could be something that was a factor, but now they're kind of like, look, I don't even care about that. Maybe. But I was feeling ignored and cast aside. I think this person wanted things to be about them. Maybe you did ignore them, right? When you stepped away or when you accepted this walk away thing. Maybe when they lashed out at you or when they didn't do certain things, they were hoping that you would be superhuman and go after them and say, what's wrong? How are you okay? I saw you didn't pick up any of my phone calls or respond to any of my texts of me saying I'm sad and I need someone. Are you all right? Are you okay? That is me in a mocking voice for sure. But it feels like perhaps this person wanted you to pay more attention to them and continue to be this safe place, this peaceful place, this dream place, this fantasy place, this non-human place, to be what they needed. And so when you chose yourself, or when you chose to no longer put up with what you didn't want to put up with anymore, they were feeling ignored and cast aside. How could you? How could you? I'm the victim. I'm sorry, number 7. My attitude reading this reading has just been, I feel like I am personally slighted. And it's coming up in my tone. Maybe I'm picking up on your energy. Or maybe I've just lived quite the life and I know these stories. Like, it's just walking through memory lane, baby girl. I call everybody girl. We're going to pull some tarot here. This is a naughty deck. I don't know why the naughty deck wanted to talk to you, but here we are. Oh, yeah. Definitely shuffled the deck the wrong way. Anyway, I'm going to shuffle and we'll see what else they want to say to you. Ooh, I got to hide that. Where my boys at? Boobies and cooch. He comes out again. Staying ready for action. Interesting. The Ace of Cups. This is so funny. This card came out in the reverse. Okay? The Ace of Cups came out in the reverse. And for some reason, like, it came out like this. And I was like, I don't know, it kind of feels like the upright. I flipped it, it came up in the upright. I flipped it again, it came up in the upright. And guess what it is? The Ace of Cups. This person's feelings really are, they're not as stable. Like, there are moments when they're like, yeah, they can give to you, or they could give to you, or maybe this is what they want to tell you, that there were moments when I could give to you, I wanted to give to you, but like I couldn't. I didn't, and I chose not to. And I can't get there's a dilapidated King of Wands. Ugh, yikes. King of Wands should never be in the reverse. He is the King of Action. When the King of Action is in reverse, I don't know what that is. That is anger. That is depression. That is, I don't like it. He should not be in the reverse. That is a king who is used to doing and passion and etc., who is not. Now, in the other reading that this came up with, I really got to put something over this lady's body, yada. In the other reading, the King of Wands came up really interesting. He came up with Knight of Wands energy, which for some reason isn't coming up here, but this reading is quite similar to the other reading, so I will just continue this train of thought. The King of Wands was this energy of someone who is dilapidated, inspired when there's action, and so they'll move when there's action. They'll move when there's passion, right? They'll move when they're in that I'm crazy about you type vibes. They will move when they're in that energy. But when they're not in that energy, they won't move, right? A king of Wands is not regulated by the mood, okay? The King of Wands is not regulated by the mood of what they want to do. They do it because they're the fucking king. They're not playtime boys in these streets who only do something when they want to do, only go to bed when they want to go to bed, only brush their teeth when they want to brush their teeth. No, the King of Wands knows that there's duty, obligation, and commitment is part of being the top tier of what you do. There's that stability there in commitment. And this is not a committed king. This is someone who's like, I'll do what I want to do and then I won't do it. It's not devil may care, but it's just, it's giving Knight of Wands. It's giving unbridled passion. When I feel it, I'm in it. I'm going to say what I need to say because I'm in the moment. And then later on, it's like, yeah, I said it. But like, it's like, don't take it seriously. Don't do that. We have death. Death being the first one coming up. With death, especially in this deck, this talks about a change in death. Yeah, that's the first thing I hear. But with Lady Death showing up here, this ease, we didn't even talk about I accept you as you are, please accept me as I am. This is referring to the past, what they would want to tell you, or about whatever present tense, past tense the situation takes place in for you is, I am not in a place, or I wasn't in a place to do certain things. This was what was happening. This is what was going on. And I wasn't in a place to do that. And I wish you had just like taken that. Or like, I need you to recognize that that's who I was. That's the place I was in. It's not me. It wasn't fully me. I can do better. I can be better. Ace of Cups is here. So this is this like decision. It's still flippity floppy, folks. It's still flippity floppy, but it did land in the upright. So you do with that what you will, depending on who you're dealing with and what the story is for you personally. And you could come through for a personal reading so we can actually clear that up for you. Get you out of your monkey brain, and so that when you watch pick a card, you actually know where the energy is at in your from your personal reading. But yeah, with this, it's like, please accept me as I am. Like, things were going on in my life, like that's what it was, or that's what it is. Like, this is the best I can do, or this is like how it is for me. Just like, please take me as I am. And maybe they took you as you were. Who knows? So with death here, there's a change. It almost feels like there's a consequence. There was a consequence here. So they might tell you about a consequence, something that happened. This is either maybe you walking away, or you changing, or you being this kind of person that they're now like coveting after in some type of way. But also there has been like a passage of time. I feel like with death. And I don't know, it's kind of like a come to Jesus moment. It's kind of like, okay, like, you know, I feel like I have changed. I feel like I've seen the light. I feel like I get it now. I feel like I understand what my issues were back then. And so, you know, this is what it was. I was feeling like this, King of Wands in reverse type stuff. I was feeling, you know, unready or whatever. Willing but not ready. I know what it takes. I know I was wrong. I blah, 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 blah. Here's my cup. I'm tired. But I feel like with this death, and I do want to clarify that, because this death is really giving. Like, something happened here. Some type of consequence of their actions or inactions happened here. Consequence of their walls being up, or maybe they really saw the ramifications truly of having their walls up. They really saw the ramifications of their actions in some way, and it may not even have anything to do with you necessarily. They could have just seen it in other ways. This is almost like it's giving Scrooge McDuck. It's giving Christmas Carol. Is that what it's called? It's giving the three ghosts of Christmas. It's giving the ghost of Christmas future. It's giving I'm all alone and I pushed someone away. 8 of Swords. Yeah, maybe this person had a near-death experience. Could be. Maybe they saw death and were like, oh man, who would mourn for me? Like, what do I, and it snapped them. It's giving Tower. It's just giving some type of change, and I don't think this was you. I think you get the benefits of the change, but there was some type of change here. And maybe maybe you changed, maybe you showed them something different, but I feel like they got a wake-up call and were like, oh, tell me about the death. 8 of Wands. A wake-up call. I love that. This is 8 of Wands mixed with the six of Swords. I love that. This is a lit deck. I should use it more. It's just a lot of tatas and snatch in this deck, you know? The bottom of the deck, we have a little bit of snatch there. The Queen of Wands. Yes, baby. Yes. Ready in position. I love it. This is not an 18+ reading. What am I doing? Yeah, I think this person... This really is not 18+. Goddamn. This person was like, oh no, there was some type of come to Jesus call moment that they want to tell you about, or that they will mention. You know, I realized this sort of epiphany, and they sort of wanted to move towards calmer waters, peace, and taking those actions with the 8 of Wands. And with the Queen of Wands, that's baby girl showing up. You know, the Queen of Wands is temptation. You know what I mean? Like, she's the ultimate just energy of vibes. Look, I'm crazy about you. So they're coming through. They want to say that they're in this they wouldn't say this, but they're in this phase of coming. Like, they're in this phase of the I'm crazy about you. They're in this phase of, with the Ace of Cups here even, they're in this phase of coming towards you, taking action towards you. It's just, in reality, can they? Can they sustain that? That's the question. Can they sustain it? We've seen this before. We've seen them come around in this energy, but is it sustainable? Like, is this you, or are we still flippity-floppity? So let's pull your guidance here on how you best can handle this situation. What's the guidance for my number sevens in this pile, Lord? Lord, I can't. Oh, Spirit, Spirit, what's the guidance for number 7? Not for you. And as I was shuffling, I saw the round and round in reverse, which talks about personal accountability and dancing the old dance again. Not for you is in reverse. Okay, I'm going to read this to you. We also have Unfinished Symphony. I think it was in the reverse. If this person does come towards you with this, it's really looking like your inclination to end it, your inclination to not even end it, your inclination to set it clear that you are done with the way the dynamic was and with that kind of dynamic and how it did affect you. They may not have been in their right mind, but you are still a person and things were still happening and you were feeling the effects of that treatment and that dynamic. And maybe for you, it's a more of a loving message and say, you know, it's not you at the end of the day, but those behaviors, that experience is tied to you. And where I'm at now in my life, I don't think this is for me. And I haven't seen enough to see that this is something that is sustainable for me to really give this the time or to accept this cup. For some of you, it's refusing this offer from them or refusing the dynamic as it was, going back to how things were. What's really changed is the question to ask yourself. What's really changed? Have I changed? Have you changed? Have the circumstances changed? Like, what has really changed here? And at the end of the day, if this isn't someone that you may be fond of, but you don't want to dance this old dance again, don't. Because that's the guidance here. It's not for you. I'm going to read this. Don't chase after what flees from you. Don't obsess over what eludes you. Don't bang your head against the wall. There's nothing romantic about what is unavailable. No prize given for torturing yourself. And nothing to be gained by refusing to see the red flags that have been waving since you began your pursuit. Now is the time to walk away. There are other goals, other loves, other games, other successes waiting for you. The way out of obsessing is radical acceptance and surrender. Spirit wants only the best for you. This is a sign that you have something much better waiting for you. Can you clarify this message, Spirit? To the sea in reverse, number 7. I was looking at number 7. You don't care. I have a whole thing with number 7 in this pile that I didn't even tell you about. When external conditions appear to block every attempt to move forward, there's no hidden messages for you to decipher. Like the ocean, the tides of experience ebb and flow. You are in a natural cycle, so know that things will flow again in due course. There is no cause for alarm. Stop resisting and fighting against the situation and learn to flow, even when the tide is going out. Relax and trust in the abundance that will soon be within your reach again. An ancient mariner's saying applies to you now. When fishermen cannot go to sea, they stay home and repair their nests. Okay, well, I think if you know something about this dynamic or this person isn't for you, do that. Trust that. And that will lead you to a better understanding or even lead this dynamic to just a better level of dynamic. Things will be clearer. Excuse me. I don't know how this will go. This could be when you say what you need to say. It could be the beginning of something fresh. Maybe. For those of you that want to, I don't know. If the offer is not what you like, or you know, look, number 7, like, let's not fucking beat around the bush, right? Like, you know if you want to continue something. You know if you're okay with this dynamic. You know if you're okay with the offer. Here, the guidance is saying, you know, and don't be a punk about not speaking up for what's not for you. To yourself, number 1, to yourself, number 2, to yourself, number 3, and to the other person that it may concern. It's not easy. It's really not easy. It's so hard. It's so hard. But if a situation is not for you, it's not for you. And you can just say, I don't think this is for me. I think this dynamic is when it's course for me, blah, 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 blah. And if they still want to treat you in a way that they want you, whatever, and they continue and they start showing you that actually, no, this is real, I mean it, it's not flippity floppy, then okay, fine. Maybe their life has changed enough to blah, 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 blah. But I think with this, even the to the C, it's almost like you attending to what you need to attend to within yourself. So for some of you, if you do say not for you, this is not for me, and you mean that in earnest, not playing tricks or anything, or you actually just say, like, it doesn't have to be about the person. I mean, like, yeah, but like if it's about like the behavior, you really being clear about the fact that, yo, I didn't really like that. I am a person at the end of the day, and what I want is for someone to see me and treat me as such. And I didn't, whatever the case may be, blah, 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 blah. That's what, like, really, like, speaking up, okay? Not for you, it's giving, speak up for yourself. Speak up for your wants, your desires. And if this person decides to follow suit and work for it, and show you that, no, actually, this is who I am now. I'm a new person. I have gone through that death experience, and I'm a new person. Then, okay, fine, cool. Maybe something can build with that slow mending and the mariner's ship. But if it ain't for you, baby, it ain't for you. Set yourself free and start something new, because there's something better that wants to come fill up that space. I wish you everything, number 7. If you do want to come through for a personal reading, to see what is going on in your specific situation, come through. I am available for that. The link is in the description box below. You can email me when you figure something out, or you can just go to the website luzlumiere.live and book a reading for yourself. Okay. Also, you can also just get the deck too. You can do it all. Get your own deck and do your readings for yourself at home. Like, there's words. You can do it yourself. Anybody can do it. I wish you everything. Keep it light and good luck. Bye-bye. What about Part two? What do they want to tell you? Look, these readings have been deep, okay? This is basically an iSPY. I'll have to remember to label this as an iSPY, because we're really going in. Like, I am out here. My intuition has gotten very strong. Now is a good time to come through for a reading. It really has, and it's only getting stronger. So I feel. So if you want to come through for a personal reading, feel free to do so. But the deck I'm using today to find out what they're wanting to tell you, I'm shuffling to get into your energy right now. The deck I'm using right now is the I Love You But deck. This is my deck. I created it with almost 300 messages. It's like 5 messages shy of 300. And look, it's not a big old deck that you gotta wrestle with and split in 2 and then start shuffling or splitting. Like, no, baby, no. It fits in your hand, and honestly could use with even more cards. Edition 2 coming out eventually. This deck is good for beginners and advanced readers alike. As you can see, there's words, so it's not hard to decipher. They're right there. The message is right there. And for those of you that are a little bit more advanced, or a lot more advanced, this deck will breathe life into your intuition. It will play very well with your intuition. It plays very well with mine. I did create it, but she has her own personality, but I did create it with my reading style in mind. Which is, if you have spent any amount of time on this channel, I read reversals ad nauseum. For decks that don't come in reversals, that's how they want to play in my energy. I always ask my decks, I say, yo, do you want to be read in the reverse? And they go, yeah. Don't tell me what to do. Oh, number 2, what happened here? I need to know you can take care of yourself. It feels like you're always upset with me. Nothing I do is right. I want to hear all about it. I don't want to share. Okay. I don't want to share. I think you overreacted. Fine. Please go away. All right. I want to hear all about it. I giggled because in all of the readings, this is where like the softness has been, and it's literally been in that corner. So I chuckled to myself. Sometimes I chuckle. A lot of times I chuckle. It's not really about the reading. It's just about like little observances that I've made. Like, you don't need to know. This person thought you were in their business. And I don't know if you were in their business or they just felt like you were in their business. Like you were invading their space. I don't know why this person, I feel really uncomfortable saying this. This person, it feels like you are an invader. Like you invaded. I don't know if this person is not used to kindness or if you're a bit of a smother mother. You don't have to be a woman to be a smother mother. You can be a man and be a smother mother. I've never met a smother mother male, but you can be too much in people's business. Well, maybe I have. You can be too much in someone's business and they're like, okay. And you're asking a simple question. Now, the simple question comes into the fact when this person is on the defensive. When someone is on the defensive and you're asking simple questions, oh, that's triggering them, baby. You are triggering a whole squad. A firing squad is being triggered. So this person is either triggered or still triggered, and they want to tell you to back off. And when they tell you to back off, they think that your reactions are too much. Don't take it so seriously that I told you to back off, or don't take it so seriously that I didn't talk to you for a couple hours, days, or weeks, or months. God, don't take it so seriously. You're overreacting. You're doing too much. What is this, number 2? What do you have me reading? I'm definitely going to pull another row for you because this is very uncomfortable. I need to know you can take care of yourself sometimes when it comes up for me, since I'm bonded with this deck, because hello, I'm mommy. It gives me vibes of like, I'm going to dip. You gonna be all right? I'm gonna call you, but you don't have my number. I'm gonna call you. I'll figure it out. Bye. You know, it's just this kind of like, I need to, like, you need to take care of your, like, I don't want to have to take care of you. Like, you need to take care of yourself. Like, please. Okay, like, I cannot be the end all be all of everything that you need. Like, I don't want, that's too much. That's what it gives me. That I need sometimes, right? Oftentimes, like, that's the dynamic that we've now created. When this comes out, I'm like, oh, man. It feels like you're always upset with me. Nothing I do is right. So if you had anger towards this person, or you were leaning on them too much for support or to be what you needed, it took a toll on this person. It's taking a toll on this person. They want to tell you like, yo, you're always upset with me because I didn't do something that like you wanted me to do. But like, can't you take care? Like, can you take care of yourself? Like, I don't know why like, it feels like you're invading. Most of the other piles have been like, oh, I've got a lot going on, but I just feel like this person is defensive. So what are they defensive about? Like, they're almost like hiding or protecting themselves or something, and they don't want you all up in their biz. But they also don't want to be like reliable for you. Like, they're not reliable. Like, they don't want to have to be. This person feels pressured. I don't know what happened, number 2, but this person feels pressured. And they don't want to have to feel like, God, they have to take care of you too. I want to hear all about it. Nah, I feel like that's you. I feel like that's you saying, oh, tell me about your day. Tell me how you are. How did it, making conversation. And they're like, I just, no. Like, that's what I'm getting. Oh, that's a lot of red. It's giving me a headache. I'm gonna shuffle more. What do they want to tell number 2? This person just wants to tell you to just. I want to be free. I defend you behind your back. Interesting. So there's some guilt there. What do you want to be? I fight myself from reaching out to you. Heartbreak. You've ruined me for others. I'm trying to figure out which, like, what this card is trying to ultimately say. Okay. Okay. I've flipped it multiple times. Spirit, you crazy. You crazy girl. Heartbreak. What the fuck? What the fuck? Bell number 2. Who the fuck is this? Bell number 2. I said that 120. Pal 2, what do you have me reading? Who even is this? Are you still watching, Pal 2? Because what is this? What is this? This ain't right. I'm so sorry. Okay, so this is what they did? Is that what they did? Did they push you away? Did they push you away? And they want to explain themselves for why they pushed you away? Oh. Maybe this person wants to explain themselves for why they pushed you away. Because this is someone who's like, This I defend you behind your back is giving guilt. It's giving, no, don't talk. Nobody talks about my dumb babies except me. Quote, Angelica from the Rugrats. She wasn't feeling guilty. She was just, Angelica was, she was the original mean girl. Let's talk about it. I'm so sorry, so sorry. This person hurt you, and they know they hurt you. They pushed you away. They took your kindness for granted. Like, you were really out here trying to be like, I'm here for you, and I'm here for you, and what do you need, and etc., and I just want to talk, and I just, like, you were sad or angry all the time, and just trying to be like, can we, you were trying, and then you would be nice. I think that's the thing, like, there's a psychological thing where, like, when someone is trying to be nice to you, I do this all the time. When they're trying to be nice to you, when they're the victim and you know you're purposely gonna hurt them, and or you know you're just an angst person, and they're like taking the slaps, right? Like they're taking the other cheek and turning the other cheek. That's what I mean to say. They're turning the other cheek, and you're like, God, get away from me! Like their niceness just triggers you more. This is what, like, your Queen of Cups, King of Cups style, your cup style, it triggered them, and you were like either just like not okay, and they were like, it feel like this is just bad, and they wanted you to go away because seeing you made them feel bad and guilty for how they were treating you. No, I don't want to talk about it. Get away from me. Calling you names, maybe even, and then you feeling some type of way. It's like you're overreacting. Oh no, a little bit of gaslighting here. A lot of it maybe. They didn't want to be in anything and they wanted to be free. They do defend you behind your back. Because I don't know if they said some things to other people and now they're backtracking on those things, you know? Or if people were like, oh, this person was like this to you, but then they're like, no, actually, like, they're actually a really cool person because maybe they've realized the error of their ways. So maybe this person was like alcohol, the drinking a lot, and being like, oh, this Bill wants me to go home. This person wants me to call him. What the fuck? Why should I call him? I don't want to do all these things. And people, their homies were like, yeah, girl. I call everybody girl. Yeah, man, you know, girl. And then, what a clinger, fuck him, you know, whatever. And then now they're like, no, I defend you now. You know, whenever they're like, oh yeah, it's like, is this new person just like, oh, number 2 calling you and stuff, rocking your phone? They're like, no, number 2 is actually really cool. I hope they're doing well, and blah 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 blah. Like, so they either said things that they regret now, or things that they're kind of like, okay, I can see how I probably shouldn't have shared those things. Or when people say something about you for whatever reason, they defend it. They want to say they're sorry. they want to say they're sorry. Now, I don't know if this is actively happening with you and your dynamic right now, which that's the case, that sucks, dude. If this person left you for someone else, they got their heart broken, but I think they got humbled. And they would want to come to you and say something. If this is someone you're currently dealing with, then again, that sucks. If this person, left the dynamic and you two haven't been whatever, they would want to say they're sorry. You know, they want to say they're sorry. They want to explain their actions from before, that, hey, look, like, I just didn't like it. And the more you just kept being there for me, being like a smother mother, and I say that in the positive and the negative, like, the more you were just like there for me, being like, what's wrong? And just like trying to like get me and understand me, or just being all over me. God, triggered me, and I didn't like it. I wanted to be free from that. But, you know, I can recognize, like, you were trying to be, you know, you were being present. Like, that's a good trait. But, like, that's what it was for me. Like, it was too much. Like, I just needed some space and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. So I think they took off. If they haven't, this person probably takes off. They shut down. Something like that. This is heartbreaking. They've experienced the heartbreak. They've experienced the humbling. This person has been humbled. And I think they want to maybe not tell you fully about the humiliation. Maybe some will. Like, oh, yeah, you know, da-da-da-da-da. And it just made me realize how much, like, you really tried, and how much you blah, 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 blah. And, you know, my heart is breaking, and I'm so sorry. Blah, 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 blah. We're going to see what else they might want to tell you. Three's Company too. Now, the deck I'm using... Oh, buddy. Okay, what do you want to be? One more time. Okay. The deck I'm using has tatas and snatch, so I just have to check things before I flip, because I don't know why. That's so interesting. I'm so happy that the Casanova deck wanted to talk to y'all in this reading. This is the Casanova deck. We have 12, 12, 6. 3's Company 2. 6, 12, 1, 2, 2, 1. Those could be Significant current numbers to your... Oh, and the Fool at the bottom of the deck. That's always fun. All right, friends. We have the Knight of Swords. We have the Knight of... What is that? Cups in reverse. Set tracks. And the Six of Swords. This person would want to bring some semblance of peace and forgiveness and harmony, and they would want to tell you these things to, like, bridge the gap between the two of you, to sort of be like, hey, to be like, hey, you know, like, let's move. Like, I don't want to be angry. Like, they don't want to be angry anymore. They want to move to calmer waters with you. That's what they would want to be saying. They're thinking and, like, what to say about being calmer waters. And I think, according to what I saw, their strategy here is very, let me tell Pal 2 about what I was going through, what I was thinking, and maybe that's, like, the best way I can think of to explain it to them. Now, what is interesting here is interesting to me. I don't think you care. Every other deck has gotten kings, but you've gotten knights. And I'm actually not mad at it. It's irrelevant. It's not. We have two horses going two separate ways. We have the Knight of Swords, and then we have the Knight of Cups. Now, the Knight of Cups wants harmony, okay? The Knight of Swords wants to talk about the past. The Knight of Swords wants to talk about the past. They want to expose the past. They wanted to tell you what was going on with them. They want to enlighten you about what was going on in the past and give you a fuller story of what was happening, how they were doing, what was going on. If this is someone who's present, this is someone who really wants to have yeah, this person wants to have a conversation, a sit-down conversation about, look, you know, this is where I was at this time. Same, right? They want to have that conversation with you. Just change the past and present, present and past. Do that. With the Knight of Cups here, they do, it is in reverse. I see that. But remember, this is the one that was doing some flippity flappity flippity flappity flippity flappity. This person wants to bring peace. Now, whether they actually want to have like any romance here, I wouldn't say that. What I will say is this person wants to bring peace. This person wants to offer an olive branch towards peace and go in that direction. Away from the harmony, away from the harshness of the past. Away from the harshness of their sharp tongue. They want to be softer with you. They want to give you a message of softness. They want to go not reconciling, in moving towards calmer waters with you in softness, giving you the softness that they didn't give you before, okay? Or haven't been giving you. They want to give you more of that softness. That's what I'm getting here. I think let's do one more. There's a humbling that happened here. We got 2. Yeah, 3. No, that's 2 of Pentacles, okay, in the reverse, and the Ace of Wands in the reverse. I don't think this person is coming towards you necessarily for some type of romantic, I want to sweep you off your feet now type stuff. I think they're just coming to you as a person that wants to apologize. Or they would want to apologize and they would want to mend, do some mending, do some healing. With the Ace of Wands here, both over water, very interesting. What is this? I feel like they haven't done this yet and they want to. There's a desire to take action towards doing that towards you. 2 of Pentacles in reverse to me tells me the decision has been made. For them to want to tell you these things. 2 of Pentacles definitely looks a little bit like some things that they saw about themselves. How they were, their health, their mental health, their physical health. What was them not considering what was healthy and unhealthy at the risk of other, just like that type of stuff. And the humblation, I think this is the humblation, the 2 of Pentacles in reverse. And I feel like they've reached a moment in their life, good for them, where they want to maybe correct some of those wrongs. And you're someone that they would want to correct some of those wrongs with. They haven't yet taken action on it, but the desire is definitely there. Clarify this was Ace. I don't need all that. 6 of Cups. Yep. Ace of Swords in the reverse and the uprights. We've got the 3 of Swords, that heartbreak in the reverse and or the upright. And we have the 6 of Wands in the reverse and or the upright. My guys, when I say the 6s have been rolling deep, the 6s have been rolling deep. The only 6 that did not come out is the 6 of Pentacles. The 6 of Pentacles would actually be doing something tangible, right? The 6 of Wands came out. The 6 of Cups came out. Those are... I'm sorry, did the 6 of Wands come out? Yeah, the 6 of Wands did come out. 6 of Wands is basking. It did come out in the reverse anyway. But yeah, the 6 of... Maybe, I don't remember. But they haven't yet taken that step. I think they're still trying to decide how to take action. Let's shuffle again for the Ace of Wands. Can you tell me more about that? Of course, the heartbreak came out. The Ace of Cups in reverse. Did we not have the Ace of Cups? Yeah. The Ace of Cups coming out in reverse, to clarify the Ace of Wands in reverse, just reiterates that this isn't necessarily a love offer. This is just an offer. And it actually sheds some light. It's a self-serving offer. They do want to apologize to you for being an ass in the past. And that's also for themselves. I think they're trying to make amends, right? So they're trying to feed their own cup. They're trying to make themselves feel like a better person, over trying to, like, you know, right their wrongs, which, okay. But with the Ace of Wands, they haven't yet decided to like fully do it, or like how to do it, or how to go about it. But the Ace of Cups in reverse, they might just be being a little bit scared to do that. Let's go on to what your guidance is in this situation, if and when they come, or just like guidance spirit for my pile number 2s in this situation. I think this person is trying to have a redemption arc. I haven't seen any majors. I didn't see any majors even in the explosion of cards, unless I missed it. Maybe I did. But it looks like day-to-day stuff. It's just been very slow. Them trying to do little things to... They know. That's very interesting that no majors came up for this. What's the guidance for my number 2s? Go the distance in reverse, in protection, and a change in the wind. Something shocking happening. Moving your compass elsewhere. I kind of like that for you. I think you're not expecting this. I mean, now it's a surprise. Haha. The surprise has been ruined. But, I mean, that's what you get. That's the risk you take for watching cards, ain't it? Something's coming. Now I know something's coming. Your guidance in this situation, pile number 2, is go the distance in reverse. Do you feel as if you've been wandering in the desert now for ages and ages and nothing is happening? When you conjure up an image of the desert, you picture parched lips, sunburnt skin, and mirages. But there's more to it than that, pile 2. Amid the hot sands are creatures with resilient spirits, tough skins, and the willingness to burrow deep underground for water so that they may thrive. This is a time of developing survival skills and resilience. You are learning how to conserve your strength. And in this temporary time of austerity, it's wise to be selective about where you expend your energy. Listen to the call of your soul, because it will never lead you astray. This is an important time of letting go of what's not important. So if this person does come to apologize or whatever, I mean, I think you can ask whatever questions you need if you've been holding on to this, if you've been waiting for this apology for like eons. And they do finally take the action to ask your questions, baby. Like, leave it all on the table. You know what I mean? Like, you might as well get your Ace of Cups in reverse as well, baby. Feed yourself. Shit. Okay? If you are currently in this dynamic and this person is currently in your world, pull back your energy from how much you give them. Your mental energy, your emotional energy, your money energy, your well-being energy. Pull back what you give to them and do your best to reroute it back to you. Go make friends with people on the weekends or something, right? Like, try to have your weekends booked. Try to pick up some classes. Do something else that's going to take you out of this energy of being on them, checking on them, and being in their presence. Give them some space. Space to miss you. Space to see, what this whole thing is about. Now, with this stuff that they want to say to you, if they're not fully ready to say it, okay, but still, I think you will benefit from shining the skin that you've built through this kind of dynamic or these kinds of dynamics, seeing your worth, seeing your value. You're more than an experience with a person, but on the inside, the more we expose ourselves to certain experiences, the more it eats us up on the inside. It deteriorates us, So pour back into you, pour into you. Find the places that are your oases, find the places that are your happy places, because this person and whatever this dynamic is dry. It's not nourishing you as best as it could. So go find nourishment, my friend. You need it. All right. Well, if you'd like a personal reading, definitely come through. The link is in the description box below. And yeah. Also, don't forget to grab your own deck of the I Love You But deck. The link for that is also in the description box below, and you can do your own readings. Because guess what? The words are right there. And there's over 290 messages just under 300 messages. Unique messages in this deck. So let's go. I'll see you next time. Definitely check out other videos on the channel. I'll see you in the comments. Bye-bye.